I lied, you won't see me because I'm not on camera. Okay, number 8. A game is played where you pay $2 to draw a ball from a box at random. There's one red ball, five yellow balls, 10 blue balls. If you draw a red ball, you get $10. If you draw a yellow ball, you get 5. If you draw a blue ball, you get nothing because you have blue balls. Okay, so let's do this usual thing. We're trying to find expected value. That's letter A, right? Expected value is always done the same way. You have the x, which are the values, and their probabilities, the p of x. So let's make our table as always. What are the values here? I know I told you guys. I think I told you guys a couple different ways to do this. Um, oh, why is that so not straight? Oh, my first thing was not straight. I think the way the way that I recommended was to just do it with the values and then subtract at the end. So you have that option, or you could subtract the two at each value. I'm just gonna go with the method where you subtract at the end. So I think that's least confusing for most people. So if you draw a red ball, then you get $10. So the first value is 10. If you draw a yellow ball, you get $5. Second value is 5. Lastly, if you draw blue, then you get 0. Right? Probability of drawing a red ball is going to be 1 out of 16 total balls. Where did I get the 16 from? Well, 1 plus 5 plus 10 is a total of 16 balls altogether. Yeah. So 1 out of the 16 gives you $10. There's 5 yellow balls, so the probability of choosing a yellow is 5 out of 16. And then there's 10 blue ones, so the probability of that is 10 out of 16. Okay, to do the expected value, it's the usual calculation, right? Multiply and add, so you multiply across and add them up together, but don't forget to subtract the $2 that you had to pay. So it's going to be 10 times 1 out of 16 plus 5 times 5 out of 16 plus 0 times 10 out of 16. And then don't forget to subtract the 2 that you had to pay in every one of those situations. Yeah, so what is the end result? That gives you, I'm going to plug into my calculator here. And I'm going to give you the rounded version. So rounding to the nearest cent, that's approximately 0.19 to the nearest cent. So about 19 cents. That's part A. This is part A. Okay, what about part B? Part B says, is it a good game to play? And when I ask that question, all it's asking is the expected value bigger than 0 or not? In this case, it is. So we say yes, since the expected value is larger than 0. Expected value being bigger than 0, that means if you play this game long enough, then you can expect to win. And on average, you expect to win 19 cents per play. Okay, number 9, the odds against Carissa Moore winning the Surfing World Tour this year are 4-1. That means 4 is going to be the failures, 1 is going to be the successes, right? Anytime again, like I said, if you have an odds question, we're going to start by writing the S, the F, and the T. S here is the 1. I just wrote that here. F is the 4. That means the total number of games is 5. Okay, what's the probability that she wins? Probability of winning is, remember, S divided by the total. In this case, that's 1 out of 5. What probability that she loses? Okay, losing probability is the number of failures or losses divided by total. That's going to be 4 out of 5. And then odds for her winning, odds for is S compared to F, wins versus losses. In this case, that's going to be 1 to 4. Sorry, I'm doing some rectangles and some circles. Not really circles. Okay, number 10, if you roll a single six-sided die, what's the probability that you roll a 1, 2, 4, or 6? This is super simple. There's 4 different things you could roll out of 6, right? So 4/6. Ooh, nice circle. Now, if you want to reduce it, 2/3. Either way, I'll take it. Okay, letter B. What's the probability you do not roll a 1, 2, 4, 6? Well, it's just 1 minus the previous answer. So it'll be 1/3. Or if you left it as 4/6 here, then you would have gotten 2/6 as your answer. Either way, it's fine. Moving right along. We're doing it right along. Number 11. How many ways can 2 cards be dealt from a deck of 52 cards when order does not matter? Order does not matter means we're looking at a combination here, and we've got 52. We're choosing 2 of them. So 52, choose 2. Plug into your calculator, and you're going to get 1,326. Come on. There you go. Okay, number 12. If you flip a coin 11 times, in how many ways can you obtain at least one head? How many ways can you obtain at least one head? Okay, so let's see. There's 2 to the 11th total ways that you could flip a coin, right? So that means you have 2,048 total ways to toss a coin, and pretty much all of them have one head, except for one. So take that 2,048, subtract that one. What is that one? That one is the one outcome that has 0 heads, right? Or all tails. So how many ways do you get at least one tail? Pretty much all of them except for one. So it's 2,047. And that's your answer right there. Okay, number 13. An NFL team has 53 players on its roster. How many ways can the team select quarterback, running back, and left tackle? They have distinct positions this time. So that makes it an NPR question. You've got 53 permute 3. You've got 3 separate positions. Yeah, 53 permute 3, which is 140,556. There you go. Okay, number 14. If you roll 2 dice, what is the probability of rolling a sum of 36? Well, 36 is actually an impossible roll, right? Because 6 plus 6 is 12. That's the largest roll that you could make. So the probability of a sum of 36 equal to 0. If you roll 2 dice, what's the probability of rolling a sum of 2 or 7? Okay, well, how many ways can you roll a 2? There's only one way. If you roll 2 ones, right? And what about 7? There's actually 6 ways. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but we looked at all different ways for 2 rows, right? All different outcomes. And we made this little table equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. Those are all the possible outcomes, right? And how many ways can you roll each of those? So these are outcomes. And these are the number of ways to get each of those things. And it starts like this. There's only one way to get a 2, one way to get a 12. There's 2 ways to get a 11, just like there's 2 ways to get a 3. And it sort of counts inwards towards the center, right? And the most common thing would be the 7 right there in the middle. 6 ways to get a 7. So 6 ways to get a 7, one way to get a 2, combining them. There's no overlap between those two things. So it's going to be 7 out of 36. And that's your final answer there. Okay, there it is. Just like that, we finished the review, guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.